Hello everyone. Welcome back to another week of solo raids. We are ready to get cracking on this week's. I'm a little bit late this week because of Easter, but we are ready to go. Don't forget to start your options up and turn your raid retry off. Whoops. There it is. Off. Haha. Got it. All right, ready to do our solo raids. Let's go ahead and get that started up, and we are live. Okay, so just as a refresher for anybody who's starting new first time, don't open your portal until after I'm done with it, so you know exactly what you want to do and save as much time as possible. And that's why we started out with turning our raid retry off, so that we'll shave off a few seconds from each portal. All right, let's get started. Portal 1, we've got a low jack, and our decks are Moonbeam, Acid Splash, and Blazing Inferno. We'll go with the Blazing Inferno and focused on every part that we can. Once those stacks start up, should die real quick. There we go. No problem there. And going into our next portal, we've got a Juck. Our decks are Fusion Bomb, Grim Shadow, and Radioactivity. I think probably Radioactivity is your best bet on this one. Get those stacks down. And should die pretty fast. Nice. No problem. Alright. This week I'm using blue stacks again because it seems like the last 2 weeks Mimu had a problem crashing about an hour in. But something I forgot about blue stacks is it takes forever to transition off the between portals. So anyway, portal 3 we've got another Juck, and our decks are Cosmic Haymaker, Razor Wind, and Clanship Barrage. I think this is pretty obvious. Razor Wind. Clanship Barrage just takes too long to ramp up, and then Cosmic Haymakers you're basically doing tap damage until one goes off, and it's basically overkill for whatever part you're hitting. There we go. Moving on to our next portal. That was portal 3 cleared. For portal 4, we've got Low Jack, we've got Fusion Bomb, we've got Moonbeam, and we've got Maelstrom. I think probably our best bet for this one's going to be... Well, Maelstrom does good for our tap damage, but it does very little damage on its own. It'd probably be a faster kill with Moonbeam, so I'm going to go Moonbeam. Moonbeam because those spiky burst hits just kill a lot faster than the tap damage, even if it is boosted by the damage of Maelstrom. There we go. 9-second kill. Let's move on. That was Portal 4. We can move on to Portal 5 now. Portal 5 we've got Takdar. And for our decks we've got Thriving Plague, Inspiring Force with Swarm, we've got a Victory March with Haymaker, and we've got a head deck. I'm going to go with Inspiring Force Swarm. I love having a support deck for these no armor titans. It just brutalizes them so fast. They're just so weak. Bam, 5-second takedown. Love that support with the Swarm. Nice and fast. Alright, that was Portal 5 cleared. And move on to Portal 6. We've got Mohaka. Our decks available, we've got a Torso Focus, we've got Purifying Blast, we've got Clanship Barrage with Razor Wind, and we've got Whip with Decaying Strike. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Razor Wind and Clanship Barrage. Razor Wind kills fast, and Clanship Barrage, once it gets ramped up, it'll pretty much be a real fast kill. There we go. Oh, this is Mohaka. Why was I attacking it like a Juck? Alright, so you don't have to take out the torso. It's got the least amount of HP, so go for the limbs and the head. But it's not a big deal. There's no armor to worry about, so there's no wasted damage. Alright, that was Portal 6 clear. We can move on to Portal 7. In Portal 7 we've got Low Jack, our decks available. We've got Fusion Bomb with Inspiring Force. We've got a Limb Focus. We've got Thriving Plague with Rancid Gas, and we've got Whip with Decaying Strike. I'm gonna go with Thriving Plague and Rancid Gas. Love that support effect, and Thriving Plague is one of those OP cards right now. Top meta. Get those Thriving Plague stacks down. And that bad boy should die fast. There we go. And that was Portal 7 clear. Now we can move on to Portal 8. For Portal 8, we've got another Mohaka, Fusion Bomb with Inspiring Force. We've got Ancestral Favor with Razor Wind. We've got Swarm with Whip. And we've got Victory March with Razor Wind. I think I'm going to go with Ancestral Favor with Razor Wind, because Razor Wind's killing fast regardless of whether you're using regardless of what your support deck is. But since Ancestral Favor has that extra added burst chance, I think it'd be a little bit faster. I'll go ahead and start on the leg and just move right along. Just take them out one piece at a time. Got him. That was a good one. All right, we can move on. That was Portal 8 clear. Now we're moving on to Portal 9. This will be our last Titan without armor. We've got a LoJack. Our decks are Purifying Blast, Razor Wind with Ancestral Favor. We've got Thriving Plague with Rancid Gas, and Whip with Decaying Strike. I'm going to go with Thriving Plague and Rancid Gas. I think Thriving Plague just does a little bit quicker and more consistent damage than Razor Wind does. Come on, as long as the Affliction procs, right? There we go. Can move on. That's Portal 9. Now move on to Portal 10, which will be our first Titan with armor. So with Portal 10, we've got a Sterile. Our decks, we've got a Inspiring Force Swarm. We've got a Torso Focus, Limb Focus, Armor Focus, and a Armor and Body Focus. Interesting. So armor for the Prismatic Rift for the armor, and I'm guessing Razor Wind for the body once the armor's down. That's so. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Goodness. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Torso Focus. I think there's enough HP on the torso that it's just gonna be important enough. All right. So we'll start with the torso, knock it down, and then we'll move to the head and finish it off nice and quick. Head doesn't have near as much HP as the torso, so it won't take long, and then just finish off a leg, and we're good. There we go. All right, moving on. That was Portal 10 clear. We can move on to Portal 11. Okay, for Portal 11, we've got another Sterile. Our deck's available. We've got a Limb with Flak. We've got Ancestral Favor with Haymaker. That is the stupidest. What is up with the decks this week? Ancestral Favor does not help Haymaker at all. At all. And we got Ancestral Favor Clanship Barrage. We've got Swarm with Whip. And we've got Decaying Strike with Whip. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say probably our best bet here is Ancestral Favor with Clanship Barrage. I know Clanship Barrage really depends on another burst to help it get going, but I think with Ancestral Favor and this being a low enough Titan, I think it shouldn't be too big of a deal. There we go. Just knock that hand out. There we go. No problem. 13 seconds. Alrighty. That was Portal 11. Now we can move on to Portal 12. Maybe someday I'll figure out how to edit my videos to put a chapter between each portal so you can know exactly where you can skip to. Alright, we got LoJack. With LoJack, we've got Ancestral Favor with the torso, Ancestral Favor with the head. We got Victory March with the Razor Wind. We've got Victory March with head, and we've got Decaying Strike with Whip. I think probably our best bet is to either go with Ancestral Favor with torso or Ancestral Favor with head. I'm going to say torso. There we go. Deck 1, Ancestral Favor with torso. Take down that torso real quick, and then move on to the head, and then one by one take down all the other parts, the limbs. Oh man, that was a terrible transition. So I'm using, I guess you guys know that I've been having a little bit of trouble with my computer crashing and the screen going blank, but my brother-in-law helped me out a bunch, and he seems to think it's a power issue. So I'm using a battery backup today. We'll see if that makes a difference. All right, that was Portal 12. Portal 13, we've got Juck. Our decks available are Purifying Blast. We've got Ancestral Favor with Clanship Barrage. We've got a Limb deck. We've got an Armor Focus with Ancestral Favor, and we've got an Armor Focus with Radioactivity. I think this is another case of going Ancestral Favor with Clanship Barrage. I don't like how this is. Although I will say, if the early decks are indicative of what the later decks are going to be, it's going to be a lot of Ancestral Favor. So that's fine. All right, we'll start on the head. Knock down the head as fast as possible. Move on to the torso. Hopefully we get a nice smooth transition. There we go. That wasn't too shabby. Then from the torso to the legs. And then from the... There we go. Nice. Nice and smooth. And Clanship Barrage does take a long time to ramp up when it's by itself, but since we're so low in the raids, it's really not that bad. Okay, moving on to Portal 14. We've got Takdar, our decks available. We've got Swarm with Fragmentize. We've got Swarm with Inspiring Force. We've got Radioactivity with Rancid Gas. We've got Rancid Gas with Maelstrom. And we've got Victory March with the Skull Bash. Yeah. So this is terrible because all Maelstrom can boost is your tap damage, but your tap damage isn't boosted by the support card, which is Rancid Gas. It only boosts Affliction. It'll boost the damage that Maelstrom does, but Maelstrom does crap damage. Maelstrom's like a support Affliction, so that's garbage right there. Probably our best bet for taking this down. If you've got a high level Radioactivity, this will be good for Radioactivity, but I don't, unfortunately. So I think I'm probably going to have to go with Inspiring Force and Swarm. The armor will go down slow, but the body will die quick once we get into the body. So I'll just get those bees everywhere we can as fast as possible. Hopefully take down that armor as quick as possible. There we go. Come on, break that armor. There we go, starting to come down. Oh, we really can't ignore the torso and the head. That's just not a good idea. Oh man. Is this going to be a two-decker before we even get to the 20s? That's just sad. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we got it. Oh, so close. So close. That was rough. Yeah, once the armor fell, it went pretty fast. But yeah, there's Portal 14 clear. We can move on to 15. We got another low jack. We got Fragmentize with Swarm. We've got Ancestral Favor with Razor Wind. We got Clanship Barrage with Razor Wind, and we finally got a full deck. Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Moonbeam. That's probably our top pick. And we've got Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Psychic Chain. And then we've got a full armor deck. I'm going to go with Moonbeam, Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, Moonbeam, deck 4. I definitely feel like that'll be our fastest kill. Just knock down the torso first, and then move on to the head. Obviously, Clanship Barrage gets that nice juicy boost, having another burst to help power it up fast. And this will drop nice and fast. There we go. 16 seconds. Great. 15 cleared. We move on to 16. For 16, we've got a Juck. Ancestral Favor with Clanship Barrage and Flak. We got Ancestral Favor with Torso. We've got Purifying Blast with Body Focus. We've got Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. We've got Torso Focus with Totem. And we've got Whip, Blazing Inferno, and Prism. I'm going with Clanship Barrage, Flak, and Ancestral Favor. For Juck, with that, we want to go legs first. Knock the armor down off of those legs. And then switch to head. Drop the head and go to the torso. Finish off the head, torso, and then just, oh, wow, we didn't even need to sweep over the legs. Flak got him enough. Okay, fantastic. Nice and quick kill. 16 cleared. Move on to 17. All right, for 17, we've got Sterile. Our decks, we've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm on Armor. We've got Body Focus with Grim. We've got Body Focus with Purifying Blast. We've got Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. We've got Thriving Plague with Limb Focus. And we've got Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. I'm going to go... Oh, we've got... This is Sterile. Okay, do we have anything with Torso? No, we do not. So we're going to go Thriving Plague, Blazing Inferno with Rancid Gas. And for Sterile, on the cycle, you just want to avoid the head. Just get as many stacks as you can on that body, and then try and get a Blazing Inferno on the limbs. If you can help it, don't let the limbs die too fast, because you lose damage on Thriving Plague once those limbs go down. There we go. Nice and quick. All right, we can move on to Portal 18. All right, so with Portal 18, we've got Juck, and well, my screen just blacked out, so apparently the battery power or the battery backup wasn't the answer. We've got Victory March with Grim. We've got Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. We've got a Pure Armor Focus. We've got Ancestral Favor with Head Focus. We've got Limb Focus with Decaying Strike, and we've got Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. I'm going to go with Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. I feel like it kills it the fastest, and it's got the more general cycle deck feel to it. You know, you have to kill most of LoJack. You might not have to kill that one, limb piece, but in order to go ahead and get the full boost for Thriving Plague, it's okay to just go ahead and hit them all. Die. Thriving Plague, no, don't weaken. There we go. Nice and easy. Alright, we can move on now. That was Portal 18 cleared, and we can move on to Portal 19. For Portal 19, we've got Sterile. Our deck's available. We've got Fusion Bomb, Rancid Gas, and Swarm. We've got Fusion Bomb with Armor Focus and Swarm. We've got Victory March with Grim. We've got Torso Focus with Totem. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast. And we've got Thriving Plague with Limb Focus. Okay, so I think we're low enough that we can go ahead and pull this off with Torso with Purifying Blast. Typically, I don't like to make more than 2 transitions with Totem, but I think we're low enough at this point that we can do it. As far as the single deck takedown, that's, in my opinion, that's probably your best bet. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll start on the Torso, then move from the Torso quickly to the head, and then after the head goes down, we'll just swoop down and take out those limbs real quick. They shouldn't take real long at all, especially with a single burst from Purifying Blast. If we can get the dang thing to proc. Come over here, fairies. Over where the hand is. There we go. Alright. Not too bad. Alright, we can move on. That was Portal 19. We move on to Portal 20 now. Portal 20, we've got Juck. We should have some info this time. Yes, we do. Minus 5% to all support effects. So support effects take a debuff. We've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm. We've got Grim with Swarm. We've got Grim with Maelstrom and Swarm. Rancid Gas with Maelstrom and Swarm. That's interesting. We got Body Focus with Grim. We got Torso Focus with Ancestral Favor. We got Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage with Limb Focus, and we've got an Armor with Limb Focus. Okay, so for Juck, I think we're probably the furthest ahead if we go with Deck 6, which is Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Psychic Chain. We can knock down the 2 legs first. That should get Clanship Barrage ramped up fast enough that we can just take down the head and the torso right away. There we go. Yep. Left leg, right leg, onto the head. Come on, where's Clanship Barrages? There they are. There we go. And then torso. There we go. That went pretty well. All right, that's Portal 20 cleared, and we can move on to Portal 21. Okay, for Portal 21, we've got another Sterile. We've got Radioactivity and Swarm. We've got Fusion Bomb and Swarm with Armor Focus. For Deck 3, we've got, if my screen will come back on, we've got Swarm with Rancid Gas and Acid Splash. We've got armor with limb focus. We've got totem with purifying blast. We've got ancestral favor with head focus, and we've got victory march with haymaker. I think at this point probably our best bet is I think we are still low enough. What is our info here? All support effects plus 10%. All right, I think we're strong enough to do it with deck 5. The transitions will be a little rough, but I think we can still handle it at this low level. So we'll focus the torso down first. Obviously, it's the biggest part on sterile. So once that's down, it'll just be just a smidgen of damage left to take out the head. Just a couple bursts, yeah, we can get that one on the leg, nice. And then straight over to the hand, nice. 14-second takedown. That's better than I thought it would be. So we had a couple really good transitions there, so that helped out a lot. All right, great. Now we can move on to Portal 22. All right, so for Portal 22, we've got Juck. Our decks are Fusion Bomb with Swarm. We've got Radioactivity with Swarm. We've got Ancestral Favor with Torso Focus. We've got Haymaker with Limb Focus and Armor. We've got a Pure Armor deck. We've got Victory March with Haymaker, and we've got Lightning Whip with Blazing Inferno and Armor Focus. For Juck, and we got 20% Affliction duration decrease. Okay, so Afflictions will be nerfed on this one. So we want a bursty one if we can. Wow. Alright, well, I think probably our best bet for this Titan would be 3. I know it's only a torso focus, but with Ancestral Favor's neutral burst buff, it should be okay. Should be okay. Take down the torso and switch off to the head. Head should be a little tougher to beat than the torso was because we don't have that the Soulfire boost. That's okay. It'll still go down, and the legs will be should be lots easier to kill than the head and the torso was. There we go. 4, 3. There we go. Got it with 2 seconds left. Nice. Very nice. All right, so you're gonna want your for those ones, you're gonna want your Ancestral Favor and Moonship to be a decent level, or else you're not gonna be able to handle that. Otherwise, it's gonna have to be a 2-decker for sure. All right, so 22 cleared. We can move on to 23. For 23, we've got a Tarot. This is our first Tarot. Nice. Got Fusion Bomb with Swarm. We've got Limb with Armor. We've got Haymaker with Limb and Armor. We've got Victory March with Grim. Pure Armor. We've got Limb Focus with Decaying Strike. And we've got Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. We don't really have anything to focus down the torso and the head real well. So we might want to just go ahead and do the Thriving Plague and go cycle pattern. Yeah. Well, let's look at the info. We've got all body damage. Okay, so once armor goes down, body dies fast. That clinches it for me. We're going to go with deck 7. Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno and Rancid Gas. We're going to use our cycle pattern. Avoid the head. Just hit the limbs and the torso. Get that Thriving Plague stack on everything. And it should go down nice and fast. With that, yeah, with the buff, the body dies so fast. Real nice. All right. That's Portal 23 cleared. And we can move on to Portal 24. All right, Portal 24, we got Mohaka. Our info is only 80% burst chance, or times 0.8% burst chance. For our decks, we've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm, we've got Radioactivity with Swarm, we've got Maelstrom with Swarm, we've got Body Focus with Grim, we've got Thriving Plague with Swarm and Rancid Gas, we've got Clanship Barrage, Victory March, and Razor Wind, and we've got Victory March with Haymaker. Mohaka is a cycle Titan, so what was the info again? Burst chance. All right, yeah, I think this is pretty clear. I want to go with deck 5. Thriving Plague. Swarm isn't the best support isn't the best affliction to go with Thriving Plague, but it's better than some. So we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and get. Oh man, my screen blacked out right when I didn't want it to. All right, there we go. It's coming back on. Can't see what I'm doing. The freaking screen blacks out. Just take down those limbs. Those Thriving Plague stacks on there. It's a lot easier to do this when your screen stays light. There we go. I'm gonna turn off Spotify. Maybe that'll help it not to do that. We'll see. All right, so Portal 24 is cleared. We can move on to 25. On 25, we've got Juck. Our info is plus 25% to all limb damage. All right, so if we want, we can avoid the head or the torso in favor of the arms. We've got Grim with Swarm. We've got Decaying Strike with Swarm. We've got Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. We've got a full armor focus. We've got head focus with Ancestral Favor. We've got limb focus with Decaying Strike, and we've got Thriving Plague with limb damage. All right, so against Juck, and we have limb bonus. Well, to do a one-shot kill, well, okay, so with the limb bonus, we might. Oh, this sucks. Okay, well, I think probably I'm going to go ahead and try Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. Kill those easy to kill limbs, especially since we've got the limb buff. Hopefully we can take down the arms fast and then just move on to the easier parts. Once one limb dies, it should go a bit faster. Yeah, that went a lot faster. We take this limb down. Good. This limb. There we go. So we've already got a 4-part Victory March worked up here, so that's fantastic. There we go. And just take down the torso and we're Gucci. All right. Not bad. So it's important to make sure you take down those weaker parts first to ramp up Victory March as quickly as possible. Otherwise, you're sitting on your lowest damage for longer. You don't want that. All right, so 25 is cleared. We can move on to 26. 26, we've got Tarot. Our first deck is Radioactivity with Swarm. We've got Haymaker with Limb and Armor Focus. We've got Victory March with Grim. We've got Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. We've got Ancestral Favor with Head Focus. We've got Limb Focus with Decaying Strike. And we've got Whip with Armor Focus. Okay. And they're really not making it easy for us this time, are they? What's our info? Our info is minus 15% all burst damage. So burst is nerfed here. We want to use a cycle deck if we can. It looks like our best bet is going to be deck 1. And with radioactivity, we only want to focus 3 parts if possible. So let's see if we can't keep the damage focused on the torso and the head and this leg, if possible. We do not want to lose our stacks of radioactivity off the head and the torso, because that's the most important thing. Yeah, see, I was afraid Swarm would do that, but that's no biggie. As long as we've got the damage on head and torso, we're good. All right, no problem. We can move on. That was torso 26 cleared. Now we can move on to 27. All right, so for 27, we've got Taktar, and the info is plus 25% all leg damage. That's not too bad. All right, we got Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Flak. That's great. We've got Armor with Limb. We've got Haymaker with Armor and Limb. We've got Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. We've got a Pure Armor Focus. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast, and we've got Victory March with Haymaker. That's pretty clear to me. I'm going to go with Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Flak. I think that just takes it down just a little bit faster than anything else. We'll knock down the weakest limb parts first so that the Flak can take them out. go. Oops, thought I had it. Yeah, there you go. Clear out those legs next, then onto the head. Wow, Flak is just doing just work today. All right, we can wipe out the head and move to the torso. There we go. Not too bad. Oh, great. Oh, my screen stopped flickering, so that's a good sign. I think probably running Spotify was making it harder. I don't know. I really don't know what the issue is with my computer, but it's hopefully that closing down Spotify will fix it. All right, so our Titan is Taro. We've got minus 20% all head damage. We can avoid the head if we want to, if we've got a good cycle deck to use. We've got Fusion Bomb and Swarm. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clench It, Barrage, and Flak. We've got Purifying Blast with Body Focus. We've got Head Focus deck with Haymaker. We've got Victor March with Grim. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast, and we've got Whip with Prismatic Rift. Okay, so I think head damage. You know what? I think deck 6 Totem with Purifying Blast eats right through that debuff, so it shouldn't be a problem. We're gonna go with Totem with Purifying Blast, focus down the torso, then move straight to the head. I think, like I said, I think the damage off of Purifying Blast and Totem is just enough to just eat right through that debuff. Shouldn't give us too much trouble, and then just switch right down to the leg. And yeah, nice, quick, nice and easy. Totem with Purifying Blast is just one of the strongest. It is the strongest deck in the game right now, unless they start releasing some OP broken cards that are just insanely powerful. All right, on to 29. For 29, we've got Mohaka. Our buff is 25% increased damage to arms. Our decks available, we've got Body Focus with Grim. We've got Ancestral Favor with Torso. We've got Armor Focus with Limb. We've got Body Focus with Purifying Blast. We've got a Pure Armor Focus. We've got Head Focus with Ancestral Favor. And we've got a Limb Focus with Decaying Strike. So Mohaka with arm damage increase. We want a cycle deck. We definitely want a cycle deck for this. Unfortunately, they didn't give us a single cycle deck. So what we need to do is find a way to break through that armor and take down the limbs. Well, this might be our first two deck. This might be our first two deck Titan, but I feel like probably our best bet to beat this in one deck is probably deck 6. We do have the arm increased damage, so hopefully that'll help, but the head is the strongest part that we have to deal with, so we'll just focus on that and then move on to the weaker limbs. All right, so we'll start off on the head, take it down. Ancestral Favor and Skull Bash should be enough to do that, plus with Crushing Instinct it'll be nice and quick. And we can just move on to those nice and weak limb parts, and we got a buff on that, so they'll die nice and quick. And then the last thing we have left is the legs. Wow, Skull Bash not proccing there. RNGesus is not in our favor today. Come on. Yeah, this is going to be a 2-decker. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but you know what? I'm not too mad. We did all right. All right, so 1.8 million. Well, let me look back and assess that and see what we could have done differently if possible. We did not get all the armor off the leg. So what we were able to get the head and both arms because of the arm buff. I feel like this is the same idea as the head deck, but we don't hit the torso, so it's pretty much pointless. This is focusing only on armor. Once the armor's gone, you lose the effectiveness of these two cards. I feel like, I don't know, I guess it could be possible to do it with 3. Focus down all the armor and hopefully Flak does the work on the body parts, but then once the armor's all gone, you have to finish it all off with Flak and Fragmentize. Purifying Blast has too much trouble eating through the armor, especially it doesn't have Totem, it's got Inspiring Force. I feel like your best bet, if you can't do it with 6, which obviously you can't, even at my level, you're going to have to try and do it with deck 3 and just take down all those limb pieces, and hopefully Flak just does the work it needs to do to get you that kill. But bygones, bygones. We're just going to do deck 7 to finish off those legs. There we go. Should go down pretty quick. I always forget how beefy Mohaka's legs are. He did not skip leg day. There we go. Wiped it out. All that for just 800,000 damage. It's really sad. All right, Portal 29 is clear. We can move on to Portal 30. For Portal 30, we've got another Sterile. Our buff is 25 limb damage increase and 15% decrease to affliction damage. So limbs die fast. We could do, well, let's see what our decks are. We've got Radioactivity with Swarm. We've got Fusion Bomb with Armor Focus and Swarm. We've got Body Focus with Grim. We've got Radioactivity with Acid Splash. Is it Acid Drench? It is Acid Drench. I'm an idiot. Rancid Gas, Acid Drench, and Swarm. We've got a Torso Focus with Totem. And we've got Ancestral Favor with Head Focus. And we've got Limb Focus. All right, what was our debuff again? Okay, Affliction damage is decreased. Limb damage is increased. So we might... that torso is going to give us a lot of trouble if we ignore it. I feel like... Okay, I feel like either 4 or 1 does the best for us. And since my radioactivity is at a higher level than my acid drench, which you pretty much never use except for to buff Purifying Blast, I'm going to go with 1 and try and get that damage on that torso. We want to make sure radioactivity stays on the torso. So whatever you do, whether you stick your bees on the other limb parts, just make sure that acid or radioactivity doesn't fall off a torso. It doesn't matter too much if it falls off the limb parts because they're going to die. They should die pretty quick. But the thing about radioactivity is the longer it stays on the part, the more damage it does. So you don't want it to fall off that part because once it falls off, you lose the damage. You have to start over from nothing. Wow, I can't believe it. 2.6 million damage was not enough. We needed more damage on that torso, which is unfortunate. All right, well, we can pick up a second deck. We'll go with deck 3, Inspiring Force, Razor Wind, and Grim Shadows. I doubt Grim Shadow will even get a chance to get ramped up. Probably Inspiring Force and Razor Wind will take it down right away. Look at that. Oh, I thought it hit 7 right at the end there, but not quite. Not quite. Okay, we can move on to Portal 31. So, wow. Portal 31, we've got Tarot. We've got a 40% increase on Affliction Chance, and we've got a 20% decrease on Burst Chance. So let's see what our decks are. We've got Maelstrom with Swarm. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch, Barrage, and Moonbeam. What was our debuff? Burst Chance. Okay, so that's going to hurt that. We've got Ancestral Favor with Torso Focus. We've got Thriving Plague with Swarm. That's not too shabby. We've got Armor with Limb. We've got Head Focus with Haymaker. We've got Victory March with Grim Shadow. And we've got Whip of Lightning with Armor Focus. I think our best bet is to go with deck 4, Rancid Gas, Thriving Plague, and Swarm, and just avoid that head. Just make sure you get that damage on that torso. We get that extra Affliction Chance, so that should be nice and fast. Come on, Thriving Plague. Take it down. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well, there we go. 15-second takedown. Not too bad. 2.21 mil. That's good. We can move on now to Portal 32. Yeah, I think my screen hasn't flickered since I turned off Spotify, so that was probably causing part of the problem there. All right, so we've got Sterile for Portal 32. Our buff is 25% increase to all head damage and a 20% decrease to all leg damage. Okay, so that's good. For our decks, we've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm and Armor Focus. We've got Body Focus with Grim. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clanship, Barrage, and Flak. That's great. I think that'll do it. Yeah, head damage. Like, okay, yeah, I think that'll do it. But let's check the other ones. We've got armor focus with limb. We've got pure armor focus. We've got uh, totem with purifying blast. We've got thriving plague with limb focus, and we've got blazing inferno with whip. So I'm definitely going with deck 3, ancestral favor, clinch it, barrage, and flak. Just take down that hand and leg first so that flak can finish them off by itself. There we go. Finish off that leg, up to the head. Come on. There we go. Back up to the head, and then onto the torso. Now, by the time this torso armor breaks, yeah, legs down, and then clinch it barrage is nice and ramped up, so that torso should die nice and fast for us. There we go. I had a little bit of slow RNG there for a little bit, but right at the end, right as it was dying, we had like 5 fly up at the same time. That always happens like that. That's why I like to do the lower pieces first, because if those missiles hit before the timer ends, you get all that damage. If they don't, it doesn't matter how many missiles are flying, they don't get that damage. All right, back to Portals 33. For Portal 33, we've got Mohaka, our support buff. We've got 10% support buff, and we got a times 0.8 all burst chance. So burst chance will be debuffed this round. Supports are increased. We've got, for our decks, we've got Fusion Bomb Swarm with Rancid Gas. We've got Maelstrom of Swarm and Rancid Gas. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch It, Barrage, and Flak. Oh, we've got Swarm with Blazing Inferno. We've got Swarm with Decaying Strike. We've got Purifying Blast with Inspiring Force. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast. And we've got a Limb Focus with Decaying Strike. This was support increase. All right, so Rancid Gas and Ancestral Favor get a double buff for this one. I think its burst chance is decreased. All right, so if we can, we want to go with one of these cycle decks. Yeah, I think my favorite here is deck 2 with Maelstrom. If it wasn't for the fact that burst chance is decreased, I would go with Ancestral Favor and Flak. But since burst chance is decreased and Rancid Gas gets that increase, we're going to go with deck 2: Rancid Gas, Maelstrom, and Swarm. And we just got to try and stay off that torso is our only thing. Once we get those Maelstrom stacks on there, it'll do that nice and good increased damage. I'll focus down those legs though, because they're so thick. Mohaka, what was you doing in that gym, bro? Doing deadlifts and squats and making those legs super strong. All right, we got them. 2.72 mil. We had time left, so that was a good choice. Portal 33 cleared without hardly any trouble. All right, 34. We've got Takdar. We've got 25% increase to burst, burst chance, sorry. Oh man, there was a flicker. We've got minus 5% to all support effects. All right, so Takdar, we want a cycle deck if we can. We've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm, and Armor Focus. And we've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch It, Barrage, and Flak. We've got Armor Focus with Limb. We've got Purifying Blast with Body. We've got Victor March with Clinch It, Barrage, and Razor Wind. We've got Flak with, this is just a pure armor deck. And for deck 8, we've got Ancestral Favor with the Head Focus. So we definitely want a deck that's going to hit everything. I think probably our best bet here is to go with, yeah, I think this is going to be a 2-deck takedown. So I'm going to start with deck 3, Ancestral Favor, Clinch It, Barrage, and Flak. Take down as many of the little parts as I can, and then just finish off with probably deck 6. All right, so take down those arm bits first. Drop the armor. There we go. Get all that armor off. Ooh. A little bit of lag there. As much of that armor as we can. Come on. Yeah. Oh, this is working out great. This is going to be fine. And then once the head's down, we'll keep it on the head. Oh, wow. This is doing way better than I expected. All right. Knocked it down with 6 seconds to go. I'm actually kind of impressed. And this is 34. That is actually really impressive to me. I can't believe with all those transitions. I wonder what I can't remember what the buff was. All right, so Portal 35, we've got Mohaka. For our buff, we've got 20% all raid damage, is a great buff, and 20% decrease to torso damage. Great. That's no problem. We can avoid the torso and not have any problem. So deck 1, we got Fusion Bomb with Swarm. Deck 2, we've got Armor Focus with Limb. We've got Purifying Blast with Body. We've got Victory March with Grim. We've got Ancestral Favor with Head Focus. We've got Victory March with Haymaker. We've got Thriving Plague with Limb. And we've got Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. Yeah, I'm going to go with deck 8. Deck 1 is probably good too, but I don't like using Fusion Bomb in the solo raids, so we're going to go with deck 8. And we're going to focus that damage nice and heavily on the head and try and get the Blazing Inferno moving if it would. It takes so, I mean, once it gets going, it's fantastic, but it takes a long time to get it to start going. And then it doesn't, it's really, really persistent. It stays for a long time. Come on, legs. I need you to die faster. You too, head. Come on, die, die. Yes! Got it. 2.96 million damage. Not too bad. All right, 35 is done. And we can move on to 36. So for for Portal 36, we've got Sterile. Our info is 10% support effects again. That's a decent one. And minus 20% to all leg damage. That's not bad. On our decks available, we've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm and Armor. We've got Body Focus with Grim. We've got Head Focus with Haymaker. We've got Clanship Barrage, Victory March, and Razor Wind. We've got Totem with Torso. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast. We've got Limb Focus. And we've got Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno and Rancid Gas. What was our support effects? Okay, I think for this one, we go Purifying Blast and Totem. That nice beefy torso will make it so that we can focus a long time on the torso, which is great for Totem. And then once that drops, we can just move up to the head, knock it out, and then hopefully, if the RNG is on our side, knock out those limbs as fast. Oh yeah, so we had a perfect little fairy there, and now we can just move to the leg. We got 12 seconds. That should be enough time for any one of those fairies to get over here, and we can kill it. Nice. 8 seconds left. Great. That went well. And we knocked down Portal 36 without hardly a hitch. All right, so on to 37. We've got another Sterile. Our buff is 20% armor damage increase and 15% affliction damage decrease. So let's see what we got. We got Fusion Bomb and Swarm. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch, Barrage, and Flak. That's a good one. I like that one. We got Ancestral Favor with Torso Focus. We've got Limb Armor with Haymaker. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast. What was the buff again? Armor damage. Okay. And we've got Ancestral Favor with Head Focus. We've got Victory March with Haymaker, and we've got Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. I'm going to go with deck 2, Ancestral Favor, Clinch, Barrage, and Flak. And with that support buff, I think we take down both of the limbs real fast. And then onto the head. There we go. And then the torso. Should be... Oh, didn't quite get the leg. That's all right, though. Should be able to still just get one little tappy tap on it. There we go. Got him. 5 seconds left. We did really well. Okay. Portal 37 cleared. Nice and easy. Single deck using the Clanship Barrage, Ancestral Favor, and Flak. We can move on to 38. We've got Takdar. We've got 25% increase to affliction damage and 15% decrease to armor damage. So armor goes down slow this time. We've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm and Armor Focus. We've got Body Focus with Grim, Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Moonbeam. That's a good one. We got Ancestral Favor with Torso Focus, Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Psychic Chain. That is also a good one. We got Purifying Blast with Body Focus. We've got Head Focus with Haymaker, and we've got Ancestral Favor with Head Focus. All right, I think we go with the Limb Focus over the Torso Focus because I do believe Taktar has more limb HP than he does torso. Yes. Okay, so altogether with arms and legs, he's got over 700,000, and he only has under 600,000 with the torso. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the deck 5, take down those limbs, and by the time the limbs are all down, Clench It Barrage will be ramped up enough that we can just take down the head and the torso without any trouble. All right, there's one limb. You gotta really do well on these transitions because it's just difficult. With all these transitions, it's difficult to take down Taktar. I can get that. Oh, let's go head first instead. 7 seconds. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right. Well, 3.37 million damage is pretty good. We have the torso left, and obviously we can just finish that off real easy with the Ancestral Favor, Clench It Barrage, and Moonbeam deck. That should finish it off real quick. And we were almost able to get all the armor. So 400,000 HP left. Should be a drop in the bucket, really. There we go. 6 seconds. Alrighty, now we can move on to Portal 39. So for 39, we've got Taktar. Our buffs are 20% increase to all body damage and 15% decrease to burst damage. So body will go down fast once the armor drops. For our decks, we've got Fusion Bomb and Swarm. We've got Radioactivity and Swarm. We've got Ancestral Favor with Torso Focus. We've got Decaying Strike with Swarm and Rancid Gas. We've got Armor with Limb and Haymaker. We've got Thriving Plague with Limb. We've got Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. And we've got Whip with Blazing Inferno. What was it again? Burst damage decrease, body damage increase. Okay, I'm going to go with deck number 7. I think we can wipe it out pretty quick. Just got to make sure to focus down the head and the torso a little bit more than the limbs. And if we can get away with just getting Blazing Inferno on the limbs, that's even better because we can keep them alive longer and increase our damage with Thriving Plague's secondary ability. Okay, there we go. Once the armor goes down, the body goes down fast. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, we got 3.64 million. We got everything except for a little bit of the head and the torso. So we just got to polish that off real quick. Man, don't use blue stacks if you're trying to do a fast time because the transition between attacks is just awful. It really is awful. I'm going to go ahead and go with I'll go with deck 2 just because Radioactivity works great and Swarm is really great for 2 parts because that second part just gets a double, sometimes even a triple dose of that Swarm. There's no limit to the stack, the secondary stack for Swarm. There we go. Nice and quick. Yeah, see, once you exit the portal, it's okay because your timer stops. But between attacks, you gotta wait for like a full 5-6 seconds for the screen to pop up. That's Mimu was faster than BlueStacks with the game actually, but it just kept crashing and I just can't handle that. All right, so Taktar, our info is 25% increase to all limb damage and 15% decrease to all affliction damage. So we can take down the limbs faster. Afflictions will be decreased. Wow, okay, look at that. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clench It Barrage, and Psychic Chain. That's probably our one right there, but we'll see what else we got. We got a Head Focus. That's also good. We got Head Focus with Haymaker. We've got Grim with Victory March. We've got Armor Focus. We've got Totem Torso with Totem with Torso Focus. We've got Limb Focus, and we've got Thriving Plague Limb Focus. I'm going to go with the Honestly, I think that deck 2 is better. We only have to take down 3 parts on tarot if we go head, torso, and leg. Um, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go deck 2. We're going to start on the head, move to the torso, and finish off on the leg. We do have a leg buff on this one, so the leg should drop real fast right at the end. Plus, we've got the increased head damage with Skull Bash to take down head. And now, Clanship Barrage is nice and ramped up, so it shouldn't take too long for the torso to go down. Yep. Not super fast, but it's doing it. And then we got that nice juicy leg buff to take that down. It's already thin anyway, so double fast. Fantastic. No problem there. 3.05 million damage. And Portal 40 is clear. Now we can move on to Portal 41. With Tactar, we've got 20% increase to all armor damage and 5% decrease to support effects. All right, so armor goes down fast. Support effects like support cards like Rancid Gas and Ancestral Favor get a double debuff. We've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm for the first. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch, Barrage, and Flak. We've got Ancestral Favor with Torso Focus. We've got Armor Focus with Limb. We've got Head Focus with Haymaker. We've got Victory March with Body Focus and Haymaker. And then we've got Limb Focus with Thriving Plague. And we've got Blazing Inferno with Whip. All right, so for Tactar, it'd be great if we could. I think our one deck kill is going to be on 2 support effects. Okay, so Ancestral Favor gets a double debuff, but with that the armor damage increase, I think it'll be okay. I really think it'll be okay. We're going to go ahead with deck 2, Ancestral Favor, Clanship, Barrage, and Flak. We're going to take down those weak limbs first and hope that Flak is able to finish off the little bits that we leave behind. My transitions are really, really sketchy. There we go. Move on to the head first, then down to the torso. All right, we're definitely going to go 2 decks on this one, but that's okay. We take down that and get as much off the head as, then switch to the torso. There we go. 3.85 million. All we have left is just a little sliver on the torso. 2,000. 2,000 HP left. That's so sad. One extra missile could have finished that off for us. One extra missile. Unfortunate. We'll just finish it off with deck 3, Ancestral Favor, and Moonbeam and Soulfire. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely possible. Maybe if I had done my transitions a little bit better, I could have gotten it, but I just was right on the line. Just literally, even a tap damage could have done it. I think. Maybe a few tap damages. All right, Portal 42, we've got Mohaka. Our info is 25% increase to leg damage and 20% decrease to torso damage. That's great. I love it when Mohaka has torso damage debuff. It makes me laugh inside. So deck 1, we got Fusion Bomb and Swarm. We got Fusion Bomb, Armor, and Swarm. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch It, Barrage, and Flak. That's great. Ancestral Favor with Torso. That's terrible. We've got Rancid Gas with Swarm. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch It, Barrage, and Fragmentize. We've got Limb Focus with Armor. And we've got Pure Limb Focus with Decaying Strike. Leg damage is increased. All right, great. That's awesome on Mohaka because Mohaka's legs are just beefy. Beefy as all get out. I'm going to go with Clinch It, Barrage, and Flak. I feel like that does best for us. Start on the arms. Let them drop fast so that the Flak can take them out. There we go. Hands down. Oops, there we go. And shoulders down. We got that nice damage buff on the legs. There we go. Wow, Flak is not taking anything down. Okay, so heads down. We're just going to go ahead and take down these limbs. Oh man, come on. Yeah. There we go. And all right. Well, we did 3.52 million damage. Not too bad. Just a little sliver left on the head. I think. Oh yeah, 52,000. That's no. We can handle that. Any deck, almost any deck could take that down. Let's see. We'll go with. Wow. I guess we'll go with this. Deck 6. It's armor focused, but Clanship Barrage does damage to any part. And then Ancestral Favor is just, yeah, see, just a couple missiles and it's gone. No problem. Ancestral Favor's burst buff is neutral. It doesn't have to be focused in any specific part. It just boosts all bursts, so no problem there. Moving on to 43, we've got Juck. We've got 25% increase to all affliction damage and 20% decrease to torso. So that's no problem. We can just avoid the torso on Juck. He's kind of like Mohaka in that sense. So we've got Ancestor Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Psychic Chain. We got the same thing with Razor Wind. We got the same thing with Fragmentize. Goodness. Victory March with Grim. We've got Torso Focus with Totem. We've got Head Focus with Ancestral Favor. We've got Limb Focus, and we've got Victory March with Haymaker. So with our buff being the affliction damage increase, I guess that doesn't help us at all because we literally don't have any afflictions except for Grim, but that's with Victory March. So let's go ahead and go with Psychic Chain. Deck 1, Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Psychic Chain will take down the shoulders, the hands, the legs, and finish off. Well, maybe we'll finish off on the head so that the missiles don't have to fly as far. That sounds good. We'll take down those hands first. The arms and hands. There we go. Come on, Clanship Barrage, get nice and ramped up for me. There we go. Whoa, a little bit of freezing going on. Okay, we got that leg. Oh man. Oh man, don't tell me we don't do this. Nope, we don't do it. Wow, I think we had even less HP left over this time than last time. 3.61 million damage done. We got 42,000 damage left. Now that's still not as close as it was the other time. All right, just knock it down with Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Razor Wind. There we go. Knocked it dead. Alrighty. That was Portal 43. Got it taken care of. We can move on to Portal 40. Did I say 33? I meant 43. We can move on to 44. So for 44, we've got Low Jack. We've got 25% increase to burst chance, and we've got 5% decrease to support effects. That's burst chance. Nice. I like that. Okay, so our decks, we've got Fusion Bomb with Swarm. We've got Armor with Limb. We've got Limb with Armor. We've got Clanship Barrage with Victory March and Razor Wind. We've got, with the burst chance. That's great. We've got Ancestral Favor with Head Focus. We've got Limb Focus. Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. And Whip with Blazing Inferno. This is burst chance and support effect decrease. All right, I think so for a one deck kill, I'm guessing probably either 7 or 4 is our best chance. 7, not as much because Rancid Gas gets a double debuff, but we've got an increase in burst chance for 4. So I'm thinking that'll help us out a lot. So we're gonna go with deck 4. We can avoid. Oh, but we might not want to avoid. Let's do it. Let's do it and see what happens. We're gonna go on the hand first and move to the shoulder. Hopefully I don't regret this. I don't think I will though. Once we get Victory March ramped up, everything should die so fast. Yeah, come on, let's go. Yeah, we're already doing real good damage now. And as soon as the armor drops, we double that up. Okay. I mean, it's got to burst though, otherwise nothing's going to happen. Okay. Oh, well, none of those missiles that were flying hit that head, so that sucks. 3.22 million, we just got to take the head down. And I don't remember if we had a head. In fact, I'm pretty sure we didn't have any good single target burst. We'll see. No. Oh, yes, we do. We have a head deck. Awesome. Deck 5, Ancestral Favor with Head Focus. This will be quick. Just maybe a few seconds, and we can finish off the armor. As soon as Ancestral Favor gets ramped up, there we go. And then head goes down in 8 seconds. Nice. All right. Now we can move on. That was Portal 44 we cleared. Now we can move on to 45. All right, so for 45, we've got Mohaka. Our info is 25% increase to limbs. That's great. And burst chances decreased by 20%. So we've got body focus with Grim. We've got ancestral favor with torso. That's not good. Victory March with Grim. Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast. We've got ancestral favor with head focus. We've got limb focus. And if my screen will stop flickering, our last deck is Blazing Inferno with armor and whip. All right, so wait, what was our buff again? Limb damage increase, burst chance decrease. All right, this is going to be a two-decker for sure. I think we take down as many pieces as we can with 5, and then finish off with 4. So we'll start with the big parts, the legs and the head, and then after those are down, we'll try and get as many of those hands as we can. Come on. There we go, onto the leg. Can we get that? Yeah, we can. Awesome. And this one, can we get it? Yes, we can. Awesome. Get it on the hand. Yep, yep. All right. Get on the shoulder. Got him. All right. Not too. We did great. I think we did really great. 3.35 million damage. We just have the two arms on the left, the shoulder and the hand on the left to take out. That'll be easy to take with deck, I believe it was deck 5, the Victory March, deck 4, Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. And with all these parts dead, Victory March will be nice and ramped up in just a couple seconds. We'll have it dead. 6 seconds, no problem. Great. Now we can move on to Portal 46. Yep. For this portal, we've got Sterile. Our info is 10% increase to all support effects and 15% decrease to affliction damage. All right, so if we can get a bursty deck, that'd be better. We got Fusion Bomb with Swarm. We got Fusion Bomb with Armor Focus and Swarm. We've got Victory March. Oh, this is beautiful. No, this is not Victory March. This is Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Moonbeam. This is beautiful for this Titan. With the burst, was it burst? No, support effects. Okay, yeah, this is great. It's going to be deck 3 for sure. Deck 4 is Armor with Limb. Deck 5 is the same thing, Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage with Fragmentize. Deck 6 is Limb with Armor. Deck 7 is Victory March with Grim. And Deck 8 is Purifying Blast with Totem. And I'm going with deck 3. This is the obvious choice for me. You just knock out the torso, finish off the head, and then finish off on the little binky torso, head, and then finish off the hand and the leg. And that definitely should be a 1-deck kill. Now watch me not get it. I'll have terrible RNG and my transitions will be trash. Here we go. Clanship Barrage, do your job, and now we can take down this hand. Easy, and then the leg. Got him. 3 seconds to spare. 3.66 million. Awesome. Knocked it out, no problem. Portal 46 is cleared, and we can move on to Portal 47. So for Portal 47, we've got Juck. We've got 25% increase to head damage and 15% decrease to affliction damage. All right. We got Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Flak. Ancestral Favor with Torso Focus. We've got Victory March with Grim. Victory March with Clanship Barrage and Razor Wind. We've got Armor Focus. We've got Limb Focus with Decaying Strike. And we've got Thriving Plague with Limb Focus. And we've got Blazing Inferno with Whip. I think Ancestral Favor, Clanship Barrage, and Flak is our best bet here. We'll start out on the limbs, the shoulders, and the hands so that Flak can do its job on those little parts after the armor's down. There we go. Come on, Flak. Don't fail me this time. You failed me last time. I was very disappointed. Here we go. Got that leg. Hit the head. Yeah. Very disappointed in Flak. I don't understand what's going on here. It's like it decided to stop doing that good damage. Can we get the head? Can we get the head? Can we get the... Oh, those missiles in flight didn't hit. That sucks. 3.58 million damage. Not too bad. We did get all the armor, though, so any body deck will take this out. 710, it looks like 710,000 HP left. We can knock it out with, yeah, we'll go deck 4, Victory March, Clanship Barrage, and Razor Wind. Just start off on that head and then finish off on the legs, and that will be it. There we go, 8 seconds. Okay, now we can move on to Portal 48. That was Portal 47. Wow, we're doing great. We're making good time this time. An hour and 10 minutes in. Blue stack's not crashing on me like Mimu did, but obviously it has its own little problems. All right, so deck. Oh wait, first this is Tarot. The info is 25% all burst damage increase and 20% limb damage decrease. So for Tarot, we've got Fusion Bomb, Rancid Gas, and Swarm. We've got Body Focus with Grim. We've got Ancestor Favor, Clanship, Barrage, and Fragmentize. We've got Limb Focus with Armor, Victory March with Grim, Limb Focus with Decaying Strike, Thriving Plague with Limb Focus, and Whip with Blazing Inferno and Armor Focus. I think we go pretty easy. Deck 3 with the burst damage increase, Ancestor Favor, Clanship, Barrage, and Fragmentize does the job pretty quick, I think. And we'll start on the head. Get Clanship Barrage a chance to get ramped up, and then move on to the torso. And from there, we'll just need to take down that one leg. There we go. That was a good transition, if I do say so myself. Come on, Clanship Barrage. Where are you at? I'm waiting for you. Can't be sitting here wishing you were here. There we go. 3 seconds left. One deck kill. No problem. 3.62 million damage. That was 48. We got 2 portals left. This will be my fastest. This will be my fastest video, guide video. So that'll be nice. All right. So Portal 49. We've got LoJack the Fisher. The buff is 20% increase to all body damage, and we've got -1 affliction max stacks. Okay, no problem. We can definitely work with that. Armor goes down. Once the armor goes down, the body will go down fast. For our first deck, we got Fusion Bomb with Swarm. We've got Maelstrom with Swarm. We've got Body Focus with Grim. We've got Armor Focus with Limb. We've got Victory March with Grim. We've got Torso Focus with Totem, and we've got Limb Focus with Decaying Strike, and Victory March with Haymaker. Looking at that, we probably, the -1 Affliction max stacks really hurts Maelstrom, because there's only 2 stacks on Maelstrom, and that first stack only gets you like half. It's not even half. It's just like a tiny little amount. Yeah, 38 plus 38.2%. You got to get that second stack to get that real good. Oh no, it's for 1 stack you get plus 122. The second stack gets you the doubles it basically. So the -1 to Affliction max stacks for Maelstrom literally halves the damage that you will be doing with Maelstrom, which is garbage. It really is garbage. It sucks. It's a huge debuff to Maelstrom. Oh, so this might end up being a 2-decker. We'll see what we can do with deck 1. The Fusion Bomb, Rancid Gas, and Swarm. The -1 to Affliction max stacks does not affect Fusion Bomb at all. So we'll go ahead and do that. LoJack, we're going to do our... you can hit them all with this. So keep it moving. Body should die fast. Maybe Swarm takes down the body by itself. That'd be great. All right, anytime you want to burst bombs. See, this is what I hate about Fusion Bomb. Hate it. Once you get down low, once you only got a few parts left, it basically becomes garbage. 3.10 million damage is not too bad. We did good. It's a 2-decker for sure. I wish we'd been able to get all the armor off of his head and torso so that we could take it down with a body deck, but that didn't happen. So I guess probably we're going to have to go with Victory March, Haymaker. Yeah. Victory March Grim might be better. Oh yes, yes it is. It is better because you get okay. So with Grim, once you get up to the last stack, it gets the max stack damage, which is times 3.8. Which for the when you reduce it, it's easier to get there because it only has to get 6 stacks. So that's great. We'll go with Grim. Victory March Grim. Let's go. I'm going to take down the biggest part first, which is the torso. And there's the max stack bonus right there. Should go down nice and fast. Should go down nice and fast. Good night. Come on, let me get my max stack bonus, please. There we go. Thank goodness. Whew. 2.18 mil. We still had a few seconds left, so not too bad. All right, 49's clear. We're on to our last portal for the solo raids. And for our last Titan, we have Juck. Oh, I love it. Juck's so easy. We got 25% increase to all limb damage, and we've got 20% decrease to torso damage. An easy to avoid debuff too. We could just stay off of the torso. And then if we stay off the torso, we just hit all the limbs, which we've got the limb damage increase. We got for our decks, we got Fusion and Swarm. We've got Maelstrom and Swarm. We've got Blazing Inferno and Swarm. We've got Armor with Limb. We've got Purifying Blast with Body. We've got All Armor. We've got Totem with Torso. And we've got Totem with Purifying Blast. Man, man, oh man, oh man. All right. My gut tells me to go with deck 8 and just go ahead and eat through that Torso debuff. But I kind of want to go with deck 2. I think yeah, I'm gonna go with deck 8, and yeah, I think we can eat through that armor or the debuff on the torso. I think we'll be all right. We'll go ahead and do torso first. Maybe this is the biggest mistake, but you know, maybe Purifying Blast is super overpowered, and we can do it anyway. I'm kind of feeling that way actually. So let's get that head. Oh man, neither of those proc. That's so unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. All right, come on. I need a fairy. Okay, fairy. No, it didn't proc. Oh, the pain. 4.13 mil. Not bad. Honestly, don't know if we could have done it with the other deck. It's possible. If you feel like your Maelstrom Swarm deck is stronger than your Purifying Blast in that situation, it might be. There's a good chance it might be because all the limbs got a buff. We completely avoided the buff, went straight into the debuff, and we still only had 500,000 left. So, I mean, it's up to you. It's really up to you. I think it's possible, but obviously I couldn't do it, unfortunately. So, I guess I'm going to go in with... we still did have some armor left. I'll go in with deck 4. It's an armor focus with limb, but I feel like it'll still be able to take it out. Knock off. Oh, the armor's gone off of that, so we can go with flak. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Weird little. There we go. Dead, dead. No problem. All right, so there we go. Nice and easy. We got all those raids out of the way, got all our rewards ready, and we can probably wait until after the server reset to redeem them unless you really need the dust to buy cards. That way you can get your the equipment pieces and the eggs to fulfill your things. With the new update coming up, you're going to want to redeem those morale points to increase your raid damage for raids. But before I go, I will say go back to your options, turn your raid retry back on so you don't screw up on your next raid attack. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or criticisms, please leave them in the comments, and I'd be glad to get back to you. Hope you all have a great week and have a happy Easter. Talk to you next week.